Hello, everybody. We are live. So something really exciting today on the webinar. So we have a new improvement inside Talking Photos that's going to blow your mind today. This is one of the most requested features from our customers. Now, as you know, Talking Photos was able to create singing videos, dancing videos, replicate motion where you can bring in a video and replicate it with a different character. There was human talking videos. There was 2D and 3D cartoon talking videos. And now there's fantasy and animal talking videos as well. And this is a new feature that we have come up with, and it's going to blow your mind. So I think we have Paul here as well. I'll add him to the stage right now. Yeah. So this is a brand new update that I'm going to show you in detail how you're going to use it and what you're going to do. Okay. And then we'll go over all these features and some new updates that you can check out inside talkingphotos.ai. Okay. So first things first, before I get into any of the topics, I want you to join our Facebook group, right? So this is where we announce all the new features, updates to our apps, and you can interact with different customers and so on. So it's like a free resource for our customers. There's over 80,000 members right now. So if you're not in the Facebook group right now, I recommend you join it right now, because this will give you the latest information about all our apps. And on a regular basis, customers keep posting their videos, their images, and all the creations that they're doing. So it's like a free resource to see what other people are generating right now, what kind of videos they're creating. You get some ideas, some new ideas, okay? So make sure you join the Facebook group. We posted a link in the comment section, okay? So now, what are these animal and object talking videos and why are they important, right? So let's discuss first why these videos are important, okay? So let's look at some examples, right? So videos like these of like different objects, fruits, vegetables, like, different kind of boxes and stuff talking like that. This was one of the most requested feature inside Talking Photos. This was not possible until yesterday. Literally yesterday, we rolled out a new update now that's going to allow you to create videos like this with different objects talking, right? And not just that, now you can have animals talking as well with improved lip sync, movements, actions, and so on. Before, there was certain limitations that the animal need to have a certain type of face and so on. Now you can literally make any animal photo talk, right? It's a huge leap. It's a huge leap in terms of what you can create inside Talking Photos. And by the way, there's no additional payment or anything like that. Existing members get all these new features for free. You don't have to pay any extra fees or anything like that, right? So that's the beauty of that. Just like with all our apps, there's no monthly fees, there's no credits, and there is no extra payment for new features that we release to our customers, right? So if you're already an existing Talking Photos customer, you get this feature for free. Now you can make objects like these talk, and I'm going to show you why these videos are important, right? Right now, really check into it. These kind of videos are blowing up right now. Literally, this video has 100,000 views right now, and 2,000 likes right here. So let's go look at some more examples, right? So if you look at Instagram, like if you look at object talking videos, you'll see a ton of examples right here, right? So what's important in this one? If you look at this video alone has 2,000 comments, right? And this video here, 24,000 likes and 20,000 comments right here. So these kind of videos are really engaging and they're pulling in the viewers right now, right? So if you're not using this trend, you're missing out. And literally with these kind of videos, you can blow up your channel. You can create a health channel where a fruit is talking about like some health benefits or something like that. People are already doing this and really, skyrocketing their engagement and also boosting their subscribers in the YouTube channel and also monetizing their channels as well, right? So if you look at it, 41,000 views, like and 300 comments. So you already know like these kind of videos are really working well, right? So let's look at some more examples. So if I type Talking Food AI, So if you look at these examples, just look at this banana example right here, for example. And you can create videos exactly like this with talkingphotos.ai with the new update, okay? So look at this, 35,000 comments, right? So it's just a simple banana talking about the benefits of eating banana on a daily basis or something like that. Some interesting, funny video where an egg is talking, or you see here, there's an object talking, like a cup. You can make a bottle talk, like literally there is videos like that. And look at this, 494,000 likes on this video right here. It's just a bottle talking, right? So what do we know from this? Like what can we find out from this? Like these kind of videos are currently trending because it's a new dimension where instead of a person speaking on camera right now, you can have these objects talk and literally go viral, right? So that's our entire goal as marketers right here. We are looking for new opportunities and new options to make our videos go viral, right? So you can literally add a new dimension if you're creating a toon video or like, something like that. Now you can even have those toon objects talk. Before you can only make the characters talk, right? Now you can even make the objects talk, okay? So if you see here, there's a pizza slice talking as well, okay? So let's look at some more examples. So if I look at animal talking videos, right? So just look at this kitten talking right here, like just open it. So now you can create videos like this in talkingphotos.ai, literal. So you can generate this image and make it talk in any language, right? So that's the beauty of talkingphotos.ai, and we're going to show you exactly how you can do that. And look at these comments on this video, right? It's like literally 17,000 likes and 362 comments, right? So literally, like these kind of videos are really going viral right now. 115,000 likes right here, right? So you can create these kind of viral videos right now with talkingphotos.ai in literally minutes. It's not ours. And the best part, there's no credits. If you go to Sora, if you go to Google Veo or any of the other apps that you're using, literally you're going to be charged credits, right? So even if you like the result, don't like the result, they're going to charge you. And the other part about Google Veo and Sora, they only give you 8-second clips, right? So literally 8 to 6-second clips. With talkingphotos.ai, it's the only app in the market right now, only app that generates 5-minute talking videos, 5 minutes, literally. So literally you can have multiple long videos, and we have a merger inside the app. If you want to merge different clips together, you can do that as well right inside the app, right? So we know all these videos are going viral right now, right? So let's look at this YouTube right here. So if you look at object talking, you'll see a lot of influencers talking about this, like YouTube influencers, gurus, and so on. They're talking about this trend that's like really going viral right now. You'll see tons of videos of like creators creating videos about this trend, right? Why are people creating so many videos about this trend? Because it works, right? So it's something you need to pay attention to right now, okay? So let's look at this other example. So as you see, again, a lot of people talking about it right now. So let's look at some specific channels, right? And see what kind of videos people are creating. So if you look at this creator right here, you'll see the videos that he created, right? Here is like a simple egg sunny side up egg talking with a face on it, right? So look at this, 8.5 million views right there, 8.5 million views. Look at this jellyfish talking, 7.3 million views, and so on. Like you see all these millions of views coming in, like a noodle bowl talking and so on, right? So these videos are really, really going viral right now. So if you create these kind of videos, integrate it into your YouTube channels and so on, you can really make your channel go viral. You see 30,000 subscribers right here. So you can also grow your subscribers, increase your views, and make your channel monetizable, right? So that's what it is. So let's look at Instagram, right? I wanted to show you different channels because it's just not like a one-trick pony where you post it on YouTube and it's done, right? You see, it's not just YouTube, but the other platforms as well that are really, really going viral right now, these kind of videos. So you look at these videos, right? 1,000 likes on this one, 33,000 likes on this one, and so on. Like a coffee bean talking. Let's open it. So you can see all these kind of videos, right? So there are different objects talking here, okay? So if you look at this video right here, there's a coffee bean talking as well. So you can create similar style of videos. And if you look at this channel right here, 315,000 followers, right? So it's working on other platforms as well, right? So here there's a Facebook page called WellPath, right? So look at this, 3,000 likes and so on for every single video where an object is talking, right? 6,000 likes and so on. So my point is, I just want to make it super clear that these kind of videos are really working right now. So a lot of people ask us, right, when we release a new feature, what is the benefit of this? If you really don't understand what the benefits of the feature is, you're really not going to make use of it, right? Our goal with these weekly free webinars, by the way, every week we come in here and we do a free training webinar for our customers. And our goal is not just to show you our app and how to create videos, but we want to give you ideas that you can go ahead and make money with AI, right? So that's our ultimate goal of creating these webinars. So again, here, like multiple apple talking, banana talking, and so on. You see all these examples right here. Okay, so one more channel right here, same thing. A lot of views right here, 100,000 views and so on. Okay, so we know that these kind of videos, multiple creators are already jumping on this wagon. Now, creating these kind of images is not easy, right? You need the perfect prompt to create these kind of images. You just can't type in like a heart with eyes and hands, and you're not going to get the perfect type of image, right? So you need like certain type of prompting to get the perfect image to create these kind of objects. So in this webinar, I'm going to literally show you how to prompt and get the best style of videos possible, so you can generate these kind of object talking videos with the best prompting possible, right? Okay, so now let's get started and let's see how do we create these kind of videos inside the app. Now, I created some videos in the last couple of days. You see there's a milk box, an egg, a noodle box right here, a bread, a salt shaker. There's so many different examples like ketchup. You see all these animal videos that we created, right? So before I go into the app and I show you how to create these kind of videos, now let me show you some examples that we created with the app itself, okay? So I'm gonna play these examples for the next 1 minute or so, different examples for you so you can see how the videos look. And by the way, you can create videos in any language. You can literally upload an audio in any language and literally create these videos in literally any language. There's no limitation of you can't create in that language and so on. If you want text to speech, we have 40, 50 languages that you can use. But if you want to create in your own language and text to speech is not included, you can realistically upload an audio and make the fruits and vegetables and the objects talk in your language, right? So that's a massive plus. And there's no app in this market, I'm telling you, that can create these kind of videos, and that too in long length, okay? So let's go over it. So
hi there, I'm Potato. Yep, just a regular potato, or at least I was. Now I can talk, smile, and share stories thanks to talking.
Hi, I'm an apple. Small, simple, and packed with goodness. I'm rich in fiber.
Hey, I'm soap. Yes, that's soap. I clean hands, remove germs, and now, apparently I can talk. Thanks to Talking Photo.
What's up? I'm the bun. Soft, toasted, and finally heard. Talking Photos AI makes it
Hey friend, Milkbox here. I know mornings can feel heavy. Too many thoughts, too little time. But come closer. Take one slow breath with me.
Hey, it's me, Egg. Yeah, I'm cracked. But listen, I'm not broken. I'm opening. This little crack in my shell? That's where my light gets out. I know the heat feels.
Whoa, I did not expect to be talking older, but here we are. With Talking Photos AI, any object image can become a speaking character. Upload a photo, add speech.
Hi, I am the sponge. I have seen things, but now I can talk about them. Talking Photos AI lets you get off.
Hello from the microwave. I am dinner, ready in 30 seconds. And now, I can explain myself. With talk. Hey, I am a strawberry. And yes, I can talk now. Talking Photos AI lets you upload any
Hi there. I am the paper towel roll you reach for when things get messy. But now,
I can do more than clean up.
Morning. I am toast. Fresh, warm. And fizz. Fresh, warm, and official.
Hey, yeah, it is me, the plate. And before you judge, dinner got intense. But here is the wild part. I am not just sitting here anymore. With Talking Photos A, you can upload.
So did you look at that? I want you to notice the hand movements, right? Right there. It gives a life to the object, right? Like literally you see the eye expressions, the hand movements, the hands moving and so on. It looks so natural and captivating and attention grabbing, right? So that's what you can create with talkingphotos.ai right now. You can literally bring in this image and literally turn it into a talking object, okay? So in any language, by the way. So you've seen all these examples. I want you to pay attention to the hands. This is like the best technology possible that's available online that allows you to turn any object, any photo into a video, right? Okay. So now that you know the power of it, now that you've seen some examples, now that you've seen how other influencers are using it, let's just go into the app and learn how to create it, right? So how do you prompt this? How do you create objects like this? How do you come up with ideas for objects like this? How do you make the object look so beautiful with hands, with the mouth and so on? How do you create prompts for that? So the number one stumbling block for anybody online, including myself, is finding the best prompts to create these kind of objects, right? So let me just show you how you can create these objects without much effort, okay? So here, you can literally come in and here you can select this option right here, fantasy and animal videos, right? So let's go into that. So here you can select the normal or the high quality mode, and then up to 1 minute length. This creates up to 1 minute length, and this creates up to 2 minutes length. But you can use the merger that we have right here to merge multiple videos, right? So you can do that. So you can create videos up to, I think it's multiple videos. You can attach them together and create longer length videos, okay? So then once we select the high quality mode, I'll go in and select the dimensions right here. What kind of dimensions I want to choose. Either it's a vertical video or like a horizontal style, landscape style video, right? Then I go to create new character. Here, I have two options. If I want a female voice for my character, I can select the female option. And if I want a male voice for my character, I can select a male option from this drop down right here, right? And here, I have animal or fantasy characters from this drop down right here. So you can select fantasy characters if you want to create object style videos, right? So how do we create the prompt for this one? So first, let's look at this example right here. So if I want the consistent character right here, if I already have an image of an object, I can come into this media library right here. I can select this and I can select any image from right here, right? I can select this milk box, for example. And if I already have an image, okay? So I'll select one of the images from my library and then I'll just put a dot, okay? You can even say recreate this or something like that. Then you click generate. So this process is if you already have an image that you can bring into the app. If you don't have an image, that's okay. I'll show you how to create the prompt and go that route as well. But a lot of people, sometimes they want to bring in objects, from elsewhere, from other apps that they've created, and then recreate that object in our app, right? So you can do that with this technology right here. You can bring in an object right here, upload it, and recreate it, okay? So now, if you want to create it with the prompt, how do we create it, okay? So I created a doc that I posted in the description box right in this video, where you can find some custom GPTs that will automatically create prompts for you and create objects like this, okay? So I'm going to show you that while this is generating. It's taking a few seconds. I'll just go into this doc right here. And this doc, by the way, is in the description box of this YouTube video, right? So this custom GPTs that we have that can create object talking images with the face and everything set, right? So once you go in, I'll show you exactly how this works, by the way. So once you use that custom GPT, you can just type in a bottle and it will give you several prompts like this that you can copy and paste into talkingphotos.ai, several prompts like this that will create an image in this style, right? So I have included several custom GPTs. I've done some research so you don't have to. So literally I went in, I searched for some custom GPTs that can simplify creating images like this. So here, object talk, you can literally have say phone, bottle, anything else like a bread, food or whatever, and it will give you like these kind of images that you, prompts you can bring into talkingphotos.ai and create images like this, right? Now, there's an other second custom GPT called Gen X, right? This one creates more health style photos. Like it's like people use this to create more health related videos, right? Like if you eat a banana, what will happen inside your body? The banana will narrate the story or something like that. Like look at this. This is an apple, what it does to your arteries if you eat an apple every day. So this one is more of like for health related objects. And here there's another GPT called Talking Food Reels Prompt Generator, right? So this one will create you a detailed prompt as well that you can realistically come and paste into talkingphotos.ai. So you can use these 3 GPTs right now to create various different prompts in seconds, by the way. There's no like literally going and asking ChatGPT, give me the prompts and so on. So it's so easy. I'm going to show you how easy it is. So you can come in and you can create those prompts right away, okay? So why is this taking so long? Anyways, I'll just refresh the page. Maybe it will create it. Sometimes when you're on the webinar, it takes longer than usual. Okay. Okay. So now let's look at this custom GPTs, right? So if you go here, you take this URL, copy it, and paste it into your browser. It'll ask you to log into ChatGPT, right? So it will take you to this screen right here, which says Object Talk on the top, right? So here, you can literally come and say a bottle. Let's say a bottle, right? Then you can hit enter. And literally, that will give you an entire prompt for a plastic water bottle. It will tell you the eyes, how they need to look like, eyebrows, how they need to look like, mouth, arms, and everything like that, right? So it will give you this entire prompt. You can literally copy and paste and generate images like this inside Talking Photos, okay? So it makes it super easy. Now, literally, there's no brainstorming or anything like that. You come into this and it'll give you the prompt, right? And here, it even creates a prompt, related prompts. You see how it says 4 related object characters? So this is a dish sponge, okay? So like a sponge. So it creates a prompt for that. You can literally copy it and paste it into your talkingphotos.ai to create that image. A recycle bin, fridge water filter, and so on, like cup holder and so on. So it gives you various different styles of images, right? Now, if I type in fruits, okay, it will give you the same type of prompts. You can literally copy and paste. So if you look at this doc right here, it's in the same style, Pixar 3D, render, eyes, eyebrows, mouth, arm gestures, how they need to look like, right? So if you look at this prompt right here inside ChatGPT, it gives you the same Pixar 3D style, and it will give you the facial features, arm, and how the scene needs to look like, right? So it will give you the strawberry, avocado, all that kind of stuff. So it makes it super easy for you without thinking to create these kind of detailed prompts that you can use inside Talking Photos, right? So yeah. Paul, can you check on this one time?
What's that? Yeah, I'm taking a look at it.
Yeah. So so you can copy and paste these images, right? So I did that and I created these kind of videos. So if you look at my account right here, so you see all the videos that I created right here, right? So these prompts came from this object talk feature right here, okay? So that's one of the GPTs that you can use to create this kind of object with prompts, right? So the other thing here is another custom GPT called GenX. Okay, like I said, this one creates health related images. Okay, so you can have a banana in your arteries or like your stomach or wherever, like it gives you like health related prompts, so you can create this health style videos. For example, the Apple can come and say like, I'm an apple and I help you improve your health. If you eat me every day, you're going to lose so many calories or something like that. You can have a script like that for this apple right here, right? So same, it gives you a prompt. So let's look at how this GPT works. So if I go here, I entered this into the browser, it will ask you to log into ChatGPT and it opens this. It says GenX Studio, right? So you see how this guy here, he put like some suggested prompts. It can be an organ like a heart, a liver, and so on. And it can be a mobile, laptop, water bottle, car, remote, random objects, and so on, right? So let's look at this. So if I type in organs, you'll see it gives us like prompts for that specific thing with eyes, eyebrows, mouth, and all that kind of stuff, right? So lungs here. So it gives you so many different options. So you can create those health style videos. Like you can say, here is a way you can improve your gut health. Here is how you can keep your lungs healthy or whatever, like that kind of script, which really works really, really well, right? So all these GPTs are listed in this document that's right in the description box as well. Now I'm going to paste some of these prompts in a little bit, and I'm going to show you exactly what image is generated. I was just testing it before the webinar, and it was working fine. I think they're doing some update right now.
Yeah, so I tested in the main server that the customers are using, not our dev one. It's working fine there. So maybe something to do with that. So I'll show the result that I see from my screen. So with the same prompt that you generated. So they're right here.
Yeah, I'll put
yours. Yeah, there. So basically this is the flow. Yeah. So basically the same logic, right? You put the prompt in, put the fantasy, and then you put it in. It'll generate the prompt. In this particular case, it's a talking plastic water bottle character, right? So you just take it from ChatGPT effectively for that particular GPT, and it's going to generate this. Now, what is cool here is that these characters will basically work regardless. So let's say, for example, whether you have the hands or don't have hands. In certain cases, let's say you want to add wings or something. It all depends on what the flow and what your idea is effectively. The most important thing, though, is that you got to make sure that it has some type of lips or something in order to kind of talk, right? You don't want to put like, say, a car but have no lips to it or something like that. Just want to make sure you have that. In this particular case, we put like hands and can talk. Basically the same logic here. All right. Now, the other thing that basically was being asked is, what about the artist integration? So we are working on that. It's going to be released next because we want to deal with the artist has tens of millions of images. We want to make sure what's the compatibility for some of these things. So that's the idea. So now you will notice one interesting thing here, as it was showing you. So as we go into the ChatGPT GPT, so let me actually pull that up here. So this was the GPT, right? So what I just did is I just texted image prompt and I just copy pasted this with the bullet points. Obviously, if you don't want to put the bullet points and write it like a sentence, is fine as well. Now, object talk, people are asking this question, where is it? It's with one of the GPTs for ChatGPT, all right? Is that clear? So when you log into ChatGPT, you will see GPTs. You see this? GPTs to the left, explore GPTs. So here, under explore GPTs, it's under something called object talk, all right? So when you open that up here in your ChatGPT account, click on that, and then you can start. That's where it's effectively located, right? So people are asking this question, like, how do I get this talking effects and stuff like that, right? So same logic applies. So here in this particular case, so if we go back into the GPT here that we just got right here. So you see there were a couple other ones here as well. We have the talking plastic water bottle. Then we have a dish sponge, right? So you say, oh, it says prompt. I don't want to put the prompt section. All I'm doing is I'm copying and pasting this element, right? So I just copy paste this element and I paste it and I get the result effectively. Is that clear? So if I go back here, so this in particular is like you see the plastic water bottle, right? You can download this too, by the way. You see this download button. The other cool thing is that you can reuse this character once the video is made, which is really cool. So for example, next time around, so if I go in here and I go to fantasy animal video, I go back here next, you see how it says choose previous character. See how all these other characters that I created in this account, all these can be visible, so you can reuse it, meaning once you want to create a consistent character video or a series of videos or whatever, they'll all come up here. So I have this talking banana that I generated and stuff, so you can effectively do the same logic here. Same thing with the fantasy characters as well. There's a difference between talking animals and talking fantasy characters, right? Fantasies are ones which don't exist, let's say. Ones like this toilet paper talking, or talking tomato ketchup bottle, a water bottle, whatever, right? Sponge. You get the idea. So anyway, so in this particular case, if you want to create a new one, you can just basically go and do what I just did, right? So I have done tons of the examples here, but you can go in here and then you can go into talking fantasy ones. You go next, click create new character, and then go to fantasy. Remember, I did that Pixar style. I mean, male or female doesn't matter. What we're really looking for in male and female here, very important you understand, is the voice. Okay. Do you want the character to talk as a female voice or a male voice? Okay. So your prompt, doesn't really matter, because let's say there's a toilet paper talking. I mean, you don't know if it's a male or female, or ketchup or something. So the idea is that why we ask this drop down is basically that when you go in to add text to speech or audio or spoken voice, basically it will let us know which voice to pick, especially with CloneVoice integration, where you can bring in those 7,000 plus public library voices, clone voices, that kind of stuff. It'll help, right? So anyway, that's the basic idea why the male and female part comes. Yeah, I took it. So I took the ChatGPT thing, this one, just a dish sponge. I go in here and I paste it and I generate. So basically you have that male fantasy character or female. And now when you go to the next stage, it basically can pick the voices. What is really cool is with the integration that we have with CloneVoice, which is what's exciting. So with the CloneVoice integration in particular, you can go really, really crazy, okay, in terms of the creativity that you can achieve here. So what do I mean by that? Well, in CloneVoice, right, while this is being generated, I'll show you, okay? So in the CloneVoice application, if I go in here, let me pull up my CloneVoice application. You know the direct integration with CloneVoice.ai, right? So you go in here, you see how we have like public library. You see all these voices, like a werewolf voice and stuff like that. So you can bring these voices in to talking photos as an integration, or you can create ones as well. But you see, right? So there's so many of these unique characters. Like you see a teddy bear talking. You see this one that I have highlighted here. Then you also have a robot toy, see, cheerful. So these kind of voices can be brought in. It just adds a lot more, if you will, creativity, and also makes it look a lot more cooler right at the end effectively. So that's the other way you can leverage it, because see, a video is just not just an image. It's not just the image being turned into a talking video, but also the voice, for example. That's something you want to pay attention to as well. All right. So
this is literally a game changer when it comes to creating these kind of objects talk, because here you get literally so many voices. There's literally 800 voices or something like that, where you can search and you can find, for example, you see that voice owl there. Like if you're creating a video with an owl, you can realistically have that voice, which is, suitable for that owl. If you're creating with a teddy, you can have that teddy bear friend voice right there, right? If you're creating with a witch, you can have a witch voice. So it's literally makes it super easy, instead of you going and finding that voice in 11 labs or something like that. And most apps, by the way, online have generic voices, right? It's like generic voices. You really can't find these kind of custom voices in any other app. And here in CloneVoice.ai, you can literally find these voices. There are over 800 custom voices growing every day that you can use for different characters that you generate, right? So you can even search right there, by the way. Like if you search a pirate, if you put any keyword in the search box, you can realistically find that voice for that particular thing. Now, you can bring these voices. You can either download the voice, like once you generate the voiceover inside CloneVoice, you can bring that audio into Talking Photos, or there's a direct integration as well. So I'll just share my screen for 1 second, and I'll pass it on back to Paul once again. I just wanted to show you one thing. Okay, now that we have this doc right here, right? So we have these prompts and we have these custom GPTs that you can go in and create. So let me just paste this prompt right here of this apple, right? Let's see what this Talking Photos generates, right? So once you go into the Generate tab, it takes a minute to generate the image. And once that image is generated, I'll show you the next step where you can add the audio, right? So you can bring in literally any audio in any language and make it talk. Okay. So right after this, once you figure out these ChatGPTs, ChatGPT, like, these custom GPTs, it becomes super easy to create these kind of images. And this kind of custom GPTs, literally, people charge money for, right? And literally, we're giving it to you for free. And these are not generated by us, but it took a lot of research to find these GPTs and give it to you so you can create images in minutes, right? So right in front of your eyes, this Apple image is generated with the prompt I just copied and pasted from here. And you can use this custom GPT right now to generate images of a banana, apple, cucumber, whatever fruit or vegetable or object you want, right? So I click next right here. And here, if you see, there's a text-to-speech option, right? So based on what gender you picked from this dropdown, if you pick female, you'll only see the female voices right here. And there's hundreds of different voices, right? And there's even languages right here. So if you go, there's like, I can scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll. Literally, you will be seeing so many different languages right here. And to beat that, CloneVoice direct integration. Literally, like the voices we just showed you inside CloneVoice, you can access it through this panel. If you have a CloneVoice account, you can just go into the settings tab right here and insert your API key, and it will link your Talking Photos account with your CloneVoice account, right? So every single voice of that Teddy, of that, those fantasy characters, you can access it from here and use it as your audio. The third thing is recording your own voice. If you want to do that, you can record your own voice through your mic and then use that as the audio for your video, right? And the other thing is importing your audio. Importing your audio means you created an audio from somewhere else and you upload your audio and you use that audio as voiceover, right? So text to speech. I'll show you a cool trick, right, that I use to create text for this, right? So now, how do you write the script? Like, okay, I have this character right here, an apple. Now, how do I generate the perfect script for this video, right? Now, this is a big confusing part. Like when I generate object images of an apple, banana, whatever, right? Now, I need to figure out what kind of script do I give it so it talks and it looks interesting and so on, right? Yeah. So somebody asked, does it have to be ChatGPT? So these custom GPTs are ChatGPT, and I think you can access it from a free account. I'm not sure, but you can ask for the prompts from any AI platform of your choice, right? And even if you don't have the prompts, you can literally type in your own prompt, like an apple with eyes, 3D Pixar style apple with eyes and hands or whatever, and it will give you an image. If you want super detailed images like this, obviously you have to use an AI platform to get the detailed prompts, right? Where it tells you like the eyebrows, how do they look, mouth, how does it look, arms, how does it look, and so on. But Talking Photos as a whole takes even simple prompts. You can just say Apple 3D Pixar style with beautiful eyes, mouth, and hands or whatever, and it will generate. But if you want like something more advanced, you can go and ask ChatGPT to write a detailed prompt, right? So let's get back here. How do we write the script for this one? So let me just show you an example right here, right? So let me see which one it is here. So what I do here, let me just look at it. Where is that? Okay. So what I do is I just post the image. Let's say I just open a new chat right here, right? Let's open a new chat and we'll get an idea right here. So I upload an image of that apple. Let's say I'll upload the image right here. Now I just tell ChatGPT, I upload the image. This can be any other platform, by the way. It can be Gemini, it can be any other AI platform you have. Okay. So I just upload the image of that object. It can be anything, any object, right? So I just say for this object, since it's an apple, I just say for this object, give me a script, health related, right? 20 seconds, something like that, something basic like that. It'll give you a script, right? And then I can even ask it to make it like really funny. I can ask it to make it sarcastic. I can ask it to make it professional or whatever, right? So it gave me a script. I can just take this script. I can come into talkingphotos.ai, paste it right here. I can select a voice from the drop down, whatever voice I want to choose. I can select the language that I want to choose. I can select the emotions that I want to use for that voice. So I'm going to keep it standard. Click on import speech right here. The audio has been created. Click next. Name the project, right? And render video. So once the video is rendered, it's going to show in your My Videos tab right here, right? So it's as simple as that. So you can just generate an image using the custom GPTs that I gave you in the doc and put it in the, paste the prompt into Talking Photos and just generate the videos, right? So it's as simple and easy as that. Now, for the second part of this webinar, we're not going to waste much time. We're going to move straight into it. So now you saw how to create object videos, right? Now, Paul is going to go ahead and is going to show you how to create animal videos talking, okay? So different styles of animals talking, right? So before Paul shows his examples, I'm just going to show a few examples of animals you will create just so you get an idea. And Paul is going to go in deep and he's going to show you how you can create animals with like different movements and so on, right? So inside Talking Photos. So I'm just going to show you some animal examples we created, right?
I am Benny the Bunny, and yes, I talk now. With Talking Photos AI, you can create talking animal videos from any image or prompt, add your voice or use text to speech, and watch the animal speak with perfect lip sync and expressive emotions.
Now here, in that example that I just showed you, I want to pay attention to the hand movements, right? Look at how they sync with the audio, right? So when it says hi, look at the rabbit face.
I am Benny the Bunny, and yes, I talk now. With Talking Photos AI, you can create talking animal videos from any image or prompt, add your voice or use text to speech.
Super automated, right? It's all automated. We did nothing, like we didn't give what expressions it needs to use, what hand movements it needs to have. We just generated the image, gave a script or gave an audio file, and it automatically started talking. And all these examples that I'm showing you, we are using talking, the text to speech option inside Talking Photos, right? So that.
Hello, I am Felix the Fox. Clever ideas deserve a voice. With Talking Photos AI, any animal image can talk. Upload a photo or generate one with AI. Then add speech using text-to-speech or your own audio.
Hi, I am Leo the lion cub. I might be small, but I have got a big voice now. Talking Photos AI lets you turn animal images into talking characters in minutes.
Hi there, I am Buddy the puppy. I may look cute and fluffy, but now I can talk too. With Talking Photos AI, you can turn any animal image like me into a speaking character. Just upload a
Hello, I am Ellie, the elephant. Big ears, big voice. Talking Photos AI. Greetings. I am Oliver the owl. Wisdom is better when it speaks. With Talking Photos AI, any animal image can become a talking character. Upload a photo or create one from a prompt.
Hey,
I am Luna the kitten. Normally I just meow, but now I can talk. Thanks to Talking Photos AI, you can upload any animal in. Hey, yeah. Hey, I am.
Major thing I want you to notice in all these examples is how they move their hands, right? So that's very important right here. So if I go into my videos right here, I'll show you the examples, right? Like you can create, you can have them move their hands and it looks super natural. So look at this fox one right here, right?
Hello, I am Felix the fox. Clever ideas deserve a voice. With Talking Photos AI, any animal image can talk. Upload a photo or generate one.
All these are text to speech voices, right? Every single one of them, the examples that you saw are the text to speech voices that we use from this choose audio tab. These English voices right here, you see all these voices right here, they sound super natural, super high quality, and they look real, right? So the eye blinks, the hand movements, and everything is so natural. Now you can create Disney style videos in literally minutes. Okay, so Paul is going to go in depth and is going to show you all about this animal, how to create these animal videos. So I'll pass on the screen to him so he can take over and show that.
All right. Awesome. So a couple of things I want to address while we're at it. So first question was basically about, we showed the ChatGPT thing, right? Which was effectively to the point of like, hey, where do I see the ChatGPT thing? Is it for a free account and that sort of thing? So this was the question basically. So I actually just tested in a free account of mine for ChatGPT and it is possible. Okay. So you just go in any free account. You will go into this area called GPTs. You see it's right under new chat images codex. And then you go to explore GPTs here like so. And then open up this GPTs thing and you just go into object and then you type in object. You see this object talk, right? So basically, there's tons of them here you can utilize, but the first one is what we were trying to do. You can click on Start Chat, and there you go. You can basically create like the same workflow that Sid was telling you. Just create the prompt. Now it's a free account with ChatGPT. You can do it. This is the reason why for some of the things that we teach, we want you to use free applications out there so we can focus on which is stuff nobody's able to figure out. Which ChatGPT cannot create a talking perfect lip sync in any language. Objects, fantasy characters, animals, and all that kind of stuff. So we rather put our resources there and then try to do this free stuff that's available out there that ChatGPT can do, right? The second question that came in as well was, hey, I just purchased it. Can I get access to it through Artisty or is it its own tab? So this one is basically where you'll see the login details sent to you. First of all, thank you. And then you'll just log in on the app.talkingphotos.ai. You'll see the login details sent to you. It's a separate application that you can basically log into. However, that being said, there are a couple of components here in the application where you can effectively integrate Artistly images, which is coming soon, probably next week or so. We're almost doing the final touches because Artistly users have generated tens of millions of images. We want to make sure that they'll be easily compatible and that sort of thing. Second thing is CloneVoice.ai, right? Our voice cloning, music generation, as well as the application has 7,000 plus unique voices, right? That are very creative in nature. 11 labs, these platforms don't have these. So those are directly integrated. So if I go back, I'll show you this here real quick, because sometimes, you got to really show the power of some stuff. So when you have these creative characters that or fantasy characters that Sid was mentioning earlier, right? These things, you don't want to give it a human-like voice in many cases. In cases like that, yeah, go and do the CloneVoice integration. Straight up, it's available right now. So if you're a CloneVoice AI customer and a Talking Photos customer, link both of them together so those voices appear. So meaning, I have this you see this avocado that I created, let's say. I go next, you see where it says text-to-speech. This is like your text-to-speech voices here, like you see. Then you have something called CloneVoice.ai, the second option. So in here, you see there's cloned, designed, public library, correct? And underneath it, whatever I select will show up here. I just selected old school private I to show up. That's the one that'll show up. So whatever you decide in CloneVoice to appear here, rather than some 7,000 not very organized voices, for example, right? So that's the beauty here. So then you get that real edge, right? You can see this is what I was trying to tell you. There's 7,500 of these types of voices. So in some case, let's say you want to do the energetic puppy voice, right? You just click on this plus icon, right? and then you can get them added in. You'll go, how you would do it is very straightforward. You will go into the voices that are there under my voices. And then what you're going to do is you're going to export the voices. Okay. Click on export voices and you'll select your full robot toy, whatever. You'll see in this, it says export selected voices. Boom. Proceed. You want to export it. Boom. It'll show up on your exported voices. So now what's going to happen is these voices that are exported, assuming you did the API key integration, just straightforward copy paste your account ID details into the other application. You'll see the tutorials in the tutorials page. Effectively, these voices will show up in your account, basically, right? In your, in this particular case, Talking Photos account, so that you can use these voices. You can start generating using these voices effectively, okay? So in other words, like if I go back, I can use that Talking Pirate or whatever voice you saw right now, right? Old school pirate. And if you added it just now, just refresh it, you'll see that available here as well. Now you just give it a script and you can generate. So now you have that other option. You can also, by the way, not just do that in English, but other languages as well. Our lip sync works in all languages as well. All right. So that's where the integration comes in. And of course, you can import audio as well. So you can import any voice that you created or whatever from other applications. So it doesn't really matter because that's the lip sync focus, right? We want to focus on the lip sync aspect of things. So now, the other question that came in, I want to answer before we head in to the aspect of how this exactly works, right? So here, can I put a photo of my own pet and that sort of thing? So there's two aspects to this question, right? So one aspect of it is basically where if you go into create video, like let's say I go in right now, let me show you. So here, let's say for example, you want to create any one of these examples here, or you want to create a photo of your own pet, right? Like a golden retriever or a cat, that sort of thing. So right now, there's two options available that you can do. So what you can do is you can upload the image and prompt it to basically be similar to your cat or to your dog or that sort of thing. But you see where we are working on this thing called, you see use from Artistly in the bottom left. That's the one that we're planning on releasing in the next week or so. And so basically that will allow you two things. First of all, if you used Artistly, our image generation tool, you know, there's like a pet portraits feature in Artistly, right? There's all these other cool features in Artistly that you can bring in here. In that particular case, it'll use as is the image and allow the the character, or in this particular case pet, to talk with the right framing and everything else. And this will also allow you to have the other flexibility where you can go beyond Artistly as well. So that's going to be coming in next because we want to do one by one, not to overwhelm you with too many of these features. So that'll be coming up soon as well. So that means, in other words, we want a realistic kind of pet, right? Not a cartoon version or whatever, keeping some consistency in mind. So we're working on that aspect as well to answer your question. So now let's talk about the animal talking aspects, right? So I want to show you
question I wanted to answer before you move on. So people were asking, like, what if my image is not perfect, right? So if your image is not perfect, you can regenerate it. That's the best part about talkingphotos.ai, right? Many of the other apps, including all the paid apps that are out there, Google apps or whatever, or ChatGPT and all that kind of stuff, if you have to create an image, they're going to block you if you don't have a paid account, right? And after a certain amount of images, they're going to block you, right? So with talkingphotos.ai, there's no credits or anything like that. There's no monthly fees. So literally, if you're not satisfied with the image, you can keep regenerating it with a prompt, right? So there's nothing stopping you from doing that. So that's one question. And Paul, can you go to the sales page for 1 second? Somebody was asking about the pricing. I just wanted to show them the pricing one time.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So if you go to our pricing, right, our pricing is very, very simple. So like as you see, there's no monthly fees, no hidden cost or anything like that. We have a simple all-access plan, right? So somebody was asking what is an all-access plan? All-access plan means you get all the features inside the app, right? So at $97, there's literally under $100. You can create like unlimited videos. You can generate multiple images, and there's no credits, no monthly fees or anything like that. And when we release new features as well, we give that free for our customers, just like this object talk and this animal talk and so on. You're getting it free if you're an existing customer. So if you purchase this today, you're locking in your membership, and literally we're not going to charge you any extra fees for any new features that we release in the future, right? And if you've seen the last 6 months alone, if you follow our Facebook group, we have updated click sites, we have updated Artistly, we have updated VideoExpress, we have updated Talking Photos. So literally most of our apps got an update, and these are not just regular updates. We just went from the ground up and we completely refreshed the app. And at this price point, without any monthly fees or subscription costs, I don't know any other app in the market. If you know something, you let me know, that offers everything we do at a one-time price, right? To create unlimited videos and to create without any credits and so on, right? So the next question somebody asked, you know that you're clear what all access means and how the pricing is. One other question people were asking is like, what if I want to create longer videos? Paul, just show them the merge feature one time in the app. Yeah, so literally any video that you generated, you can merge it here with the inbuilt merger inside the app, right? So you can literally merge so many different videos and create long length videos, right? So this is a game changer when it comes to like AI generations and long length video creation. If you go to Sora, if you go to like Google VO and all that kind of stuff, you'll see that the videos are super short, literally less than 10 seconds long, right? Here you can create 1 minute each for the object talk. If you're creating like human videos or like, you know, those human talking videos and stuff like that, it's 5 minutes long per video. So you can create long length videos here, merge different videos together and create, you know, ultra long videos with Talking Photos. And there's no other app in the market right now that allows you to create this much for that little of a cost, like literally, right? So that I just wanted to clarify that. Yeah, Paul, you can go ahead. And one of the question they were asking is like, will this work in Talking Photos in VideoExpress? So in VideoExpress, right, you can only create 30 seconds and you can create with objects and so on. So when you purchase Talking Photos under $100, no monthly fees once again, you get all those features. Paul, just click video one, create video one time. So you get all these features, right? Singing, dancing, replicate motion, human talking, 3D talking, fantasy and animal characters, and so on. So you get all these features inside Talking Photos for under $100. So VideoExpress is to create like, you know, those cinematic video clips that you can put together to create long length videos. And this one is more catered towards turning your photos into talking videos, right? So there's difference in use case. So that's why if you purchase Talking Photos, you can create those videos with characters talking and so on, okay?
All right, you see how fast the merge video came in, folks, here, you see? So if I start playing this thing real quick. Pretty cool, right? So you can basically, this inspector is 2 minutes, 30 seconds. It takes like a few seconds to merge videos. So allows you to do some really cool things. The other thing I mentioned as well, kind of Sid touched on, is that, see, Talking Photos is focused on this idea of creating talking videos, right? And of course, we have singing now and dancing now and some of the other things that you will see here in this use case. Now, in the case of VideoExpress, you know, the update for that one is coming up soon as well. They're working on it very hard. So once we'll be announcing that down the line, the main idea for VideoExpress will be, okay, if you have a particular character, you would go beyond just talking, right? So maybe you'd want to make that character fly or something like that, right? So that's the use case there. So in cases like that, you know, you most likely the talking part is going to be what, 10 seconds, 8 seconds, or whatever it might end up being, where it makes sense, along with the emotion and stuff like that. So the use cases are quite different in that sense. Let's say I'm creating a YouTube channel, or I'm trying to create a TikTok channel, or shorts, or Instagram reels, or whatever, and I'm trying to create content with a particular character, it's educational content or whatever. I need that particular character to speak for minutes at a time, right, to educate people and stuff like that. then talking photos is a perfect use case there. VideoExpress would go more in terms of, let's say, for example, you'd want to create like a more like a short film, let's say, it's a better word, right? So you want multiple characters. You want to have, let's say, for example, one character flying around, one character not talking, one character, then it moves to a scene where it's talking, stuff like that. It makes a lot more sense. This is more like for the case of that talking. They both have their own really awesome use cases. Both of them do really well. And that's why we do the integrations together as well with CloneVoice, Artistically, and all that to make your life easy. Okay. Now, let me talk about the other aspect of it. So when you come into, let's say, create video, right? And you see where it says V3 fantasy animal video. One of the things people were asking, and I saw this post here as well, which I want to address here as well, which was, hey, when does the V3.5 update happen? So this is the first phase. If you see to the top, it still says 3.0, right? So we are doing some more updates behind the scenes, which I'm super excited to talk about. I don't want to reveal all of it right now because we're still going to be pushing those updates. When all of those updates are finished, okay, it might be a few days, a week, 10 days, whatever. It's almost finalizing there, doing some final touches. Once those things are done, and when we've pushed all the updates, the major updates we're talking about, beyond what we talked about today, right? Beyond a lot more than that, then we'll announce it as version 3.5. Think of it more like when you go here, this is the first phase of version 3.5. So when we say V3, this was not available before. It's a new update, although we are naming it V3. But underneath the animals, as I mentioned, we're going to be allowing you to bring artistly images, right? That was the other question. When is that coming in? So this is the other question. When is the artistly integration coming in? That's the next one. That'll be part of that V3.5 update. Then we're also going to be allowing you to upload images as well of your pets and stuff, maintain the consistency, some of those aspects as well we're focused on. So some of these features will be underneath the animals feature itself. That will be making it V3.5, and we've completed all the updates. Think of it like phase 1 now. Okay, is that clear? All right. So now next here that I want to talk about here. So specifically, so when you come into the animals and fantasy characters, right? And you come and create a new character, I want to show you a couple of points. So when you come into previous characters, right? So you see there's your apple, you have soap, you have potato. These are what we call fantasy characters. People are asking, can I create talking planes? Can I create talking cars? As long as they're lips, you can create anything, right? That's what we are talking about, calling them as fantasy characters. Now, if you see to the right, we have a lion here, we have a fox here, then we have, let's say, dragon, zebra. These are all what we like to call as talking animals. You see? So we have a lion, we have a duck here to the right, then we have a tiger. You get the point. So that's the basic idea. That's the difference between both. So Sid talked about, as you can see before, about the fantasy characters, right? So basically ones which you can create and make it interesting. Now I'm going to talk about the talking animals part. So I want to tell you something interesting here. Even though it might be an animal, it can still basically be creative. So let me give you an example of that right now. So this is basically, a little pig with wings. Okay, so you can create stuff like that too. It doesn't have to be exactly an animal. So let me give you an example here.
Oh, hello there. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Wait, you cannot be thinking what I am thinking, because I was thinking about hiding a whoopee cushion under Morgan's pillow. Did not.
Hello there. Are you thinking why I ficking? Wait, you cannot be thinking why I ficking, because I was thinking about hiding a whoopee cushion under Morgan's pillow.
Now, the script was the same between both characters. What they're actually talking, what changed was the voice, right? So you see the difference. So it doesn't have to be specific to an animal, whatever. It can be based on your prompt. Effectively, whatever image you generate effectively becomes the talking character, right? So that's the cool thing here. So I'll show you some examples here, how we go about creating these and stuff. And there's different ways to go about this, by the way. There's no right or wrong answer. So it's up to you. You can use your own creativity and go about it. In this particular case, there's a talking banana, right? And then in that particular case, there's a talking pig, if you will, for example. So now let's see here. So I'll show you here. So I created, let's say, a turtle. All right, you see this? A turtle here that I've created as well. Now you can play around with it, like there's tons of options, right? So I have, let's say here, an eagle, right? You see this? So what I put here is basically a talking spokesperson style eagle wearing a suit and hands pointing towards the camera. This is one option. You can also, by the way, go in again, like what Sid was mentioning, you can go into ChatGPT free account. So let me show you right now. So you see here, there was object talk, right? So you can even go in and you can pick characters as well, and that you can basically create, right? So for example, I can go in here and I can go into explore GPTs. I'm just trying to tell you where you can go beyond what I'm going to be sharing with you as well with your own creativity. So animal, cartoon, or whatever, right? So you can basically animal talk or something like that, right? Cartoon animals, you get the point. There's tons of them, right? So cartoon, animal, right? Talking, you get the point. And these GPTs basically allow you to create that character with more in-depth, if you will, right? In-depth ideas, right? So for example, we have like these cute cartoon animals, and then you can say, you can just put the word talk as well, and then you'll get a lot more ideas as well. And this is a free account, by the way, right? So you have object talk, and then you see healthy talking objects, and viral AI talking object generator. You see this talking object studio. You see these things. So talking food and health, these are going viral right now, right? So you can even use these and you can build on top of it as well when it comes to talking animals. Okay, now there's two components to this, and you're going to be improving this with time as we keep getting use cases and how you folks are using it. So the first one obviously is where I can give it anything and it would create it, right? So for example, you come in here and you generate new character, just like how I got that turtle created or this eagle created, right? I just created a prompt and it'll generate the image, and then you can start having these talk. Now, what's interesting is you see the eagle beak, right? This is one of the hardest things to do with lip sync, okay? Because lip sync, all the other generation systems in the past, hey, we built all of them, right? So we know even the ones that you notice out there, they struggle with cases like this where it's a beak, right? An eagle beak and that sort of thing. So what we did here is that as long as they have an element of talking, and if the hands or fingers or whatever are showing, and as long as that's there, you can now go next and basically give it a voice, right? You can basically go in here and then you can give it any voice. You see, I have like so many voices here. Flight attendant, motivational keynote speaker. Let's put motivational speaker, right? And then you'll say, freedom is not for sale, as in eagle, right? I know how important freedom is, right? Because, eagle is a symbolism for America and the land of the free, right? And the brave. All right. So basic idea. So you generate that. I got this from the CloneVoice AI integration, as you can see, and the audio got created. And then you can click create, and then you can say talking eagle about freedom, right? And then you click render video, and then it will generate the video for you straight out of the gate. Now, again, you can merge the videos. You can do all kinds of cool things, right? As you can imagine, and you can play around with this and stuff like that. So if you go into this while this is being created, I'll show you. So you can go into my videos section and you can see all the videos that you've done in the past, right? Pretty awesome. So like you can go like into the my video section here. You see all the videos that I have created, like these are all going to be available here, as you can see here, right? Pretty cool. So there. I even have, like, you see this right here, like a little raccoon character, right? You can do that. You have like all these other cool things, you see. And you can use them. You can play around with this as well, like this cartoon fox and stuff like that. So now the basic goal here, as you can see with this, is that you can create any kind of video you can imagine. It can be animals, it can be these, salt shaker, that kind of stuff. You can do, this is like a ketchup bottle, right? You see this?
No, not normal. Talking Photos AI makes it easy.
Pretty cool, right? So this is the basic idea. I mean, you can even do like 9:16 videos. We kind of mentioned that. So like this one right here, I'll show you this
Teddy's.
example.
I will just stand here looking like a normal
So, well, I'll just mute this, but you see that is like a vertical video, right? So this is a 9:16. So the way you create this one also, just in case people are wondering how I created that. So you go to create video, fantasy animal videos, this feature we are talking about. You see it says high quality and normal. Again, I'm picking the high quality version because the high quality version is the newer update we made. It's just going to take a little bit longer to generate than the normal one. So normal one works really well for close-ups. And if your, yours has beaks or like extreme use cases, then use the high quality version, right? Where it may not be exactly lips most of the time. It's not a human type character. Maybe in some cases it has limbs, not exactly hands, right? So those kind of cases, just use the high quality one, which is like a really, really powerful model. Now you see here in the choose aspect ratio, it's a 16:9. So this is the vertical one, 9:16. So you got to select it here. So because when you do that and you click create, from the get-go, from the image direction itself, from the side of the image itself, it will then create that specific character. Does that make sense? From the image side itself. That's the beauty here, right? So, and it'll look vertical image from the get-go. So for example, if I wanted to put, let's say in this particular case, right? Let's see here, cute, let's say for example, talking zebra wearing a suit, right? Pointing at the camera with its hands or with her hands, let's say, and let's say, right? And then you generate. So now what it's going to do is it's going to generate a vertical image because I picked 9:16 as the aspect ratio. Does that make sense? So that's how you do it because everything is dictated by the image here. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention here is you see before the image got generated, I get this little highlighted thing on the top. Let me highlight actually. You see this part right here where it says ID, blah, 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 right? This part. So if you have any issues generating that video or whatever it might be, or that image in this particular case, just send this to our support team at any time. So let's say, for example, the image didn't come out good or whatever, we can troubleshoot it right away. This is a new thing we've added in because sometimes what we're noticing is sometimes the prompts are weird or some other stuff is happening and your image is not getting created properly or whatever. Before it even generates, we'll get the ID, we can troubleshoot it, and we can find it really easily and figure out what went wrong. I mean, it shouldn't 99.99% of the time, but you never know. You're talking about tens of thousands of users using our applications at this point, right? But you see this point, right? So I can basically make the character do what I want to do. In this particular case, I'm making it become a spokesperson with a hand showing, right? If I don't want it, I only wanted to zoom in, I can do that. You get the point, right? So that's the basic idea. And what we're going to do once we finish up the v3.5 update, we're going to go beyond this, okay? So we're going to basically make it even better, higher end, we're going to be basically having our own internal system here where you just put like a prompt, automatically it'll generate an amazing image every single time. Okay, these are the little things we are doing behind the scenes. It's going to be awesome. All right, so now once you're happy with this, you can go ahead next, and then you can give it the same logic I told you. You can go in here. Let's say you have the public library voices. In this case, cool private eye in this account or whatever, right? Angry old man, angry teenager, right? Maybe this zebra is angry, right? So you want to give it a prompt, right? So you can say it's angry, saying freedom is not for sale. Freedom is basically is a fundamental right. Okay, let's say. And then you click import, and then this is what we're whatever the script is. You get the point, right? So basically now once this is done, you click next, and then you can say talking zebra. Now what happens is like if I wanted to reuse this exact character I loved, I can reuse it every single time, right? You can basically, use that as the existing character every single time. Once this video finishes creating is when you can do that. So next time around, let's say you like this character or you like any other character you want, right? You can go in. So when you go into, let me show you, okay? When you go to create video and then you go into character, and then let's say you want to do this and just say you pick 9:16 or 16:9. You see choose previous character, it'll show up here, which is awesome. Because see, one of the biggest problems is sometimes you have that perfect image. We want to reuse it again and again. This is the best flow to be able to do so. Okay, pretty awesome. All right. Now, the other question that I see quite a bit effectively that I wanted to answer as well, I'm seeing this as well. I noted it down. I put that in here as well, is basically the idea of what we like to call, workflows and stuff like that. Okay, so what I wanted to mention here, see, we do these trainings, right? We talk about it. Some of the things are cool. Some of the things are like, wow, this is viral. This is great as well. What we are heading towards now, if you really think about it, is that we're updating things so quickly now that many times you may never even notice stuff, right? You come into the application, you go here. Well, this fantasy animal video is always there. Well, maybe this is the one. When we put V3 here, you kind of know that we've done some updates there, right? And you see where we are putting V3.5 here for human video. That's a new update we're going to be releasing soon as well. That will not be in your account. This is a special account of mine. So that's what I mean, right? So keep an eye on the applications as you're using them when we notify them. And obviously, as soon as that is done, you go to the tutorials page, you'll see them. You see where it says fantasy animal V3 release. There's going to be a special tutorial on this so that you can play around with it and you can do so. But understand though, many times we don't announce that as an update, but we probably already made it better. Let's say, for example, better quality images or better quality videos, better quality hand motions and stuff like that, right? To simplify things and stuff like that. Because what happens, I'll show you a couple of examples here, if I can. See, what happens is, right, the quality of the image dictates the quality of the video. Let me show you the two eagles here that I just created while I was talking, and you'll see what I mean by that, right? One has the hands clearly visible. You can see the fingers. One has a slower, like the fingers are a little bit smaller portion of the video, right? You'll see the difference of the AI automatically detects the motions, and these motions are unique. They're not going to be like, okay, like the same boring stuff every few seconds or whatever. These are unique, which is what makes Talking Photos, this new update, so awesome. So let me play these. You'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see the difference. Actually, let me play it this way. Actually, let me upload these things for you. You'll understand it better while I'm at it. All right. So the cool thing, right? I mean, it must be giving you some ideas here, right? On how you can play. Let me show you this. Okay. Let me upload this right here. These two. So let me show you the first eagle. You'll understand when you see it.
I am the eagle, wingtip carving, clean lines through open sky. Freedom is not loud. It is space to choose your direction and the courage to hold it. It is the updraft that lifts you after the storm.
Okay, this is one example. Let me show you the other one. Let's stay here, okay?
Is not for sale. As an eagle, I know how important freedom.
There you go. You see? So see the voice, how much difference it makes. See the image itself, how much difference it makes. So it's all on you. The creativity is by your side, effectively, is why I want to show you this example. Because effectively, you can do really cool things, or you can do not so cool things. It all depends on you in terms of basically what your creativity is and what you can do. We're going to be giving you tons of examples. We've already given you some of them here already, but you can go on and beyond that and really take it up a notch, right? And by the way, we showed you examples in English. You can basically have this work in any language. You've tested it in a few languages already, so you can definitely play around with it. It'll give you some ideas as well. So yes, that's the other thing as well. The V3.5 will be showing you some demos for multilingual as well, because we're doing some final touches to make it even more cooler. But yes, you can use multilingual audios as well here to make it even more powerful, right? And these are all real time, right? These videos I just shot while I was actually, showing you right now in the application. Okay, so pretty cool. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to answer some questions while we're at it. And after that, basically, we're going to be talking about obviously some of the cool things coming up soon, as well as, not to get this to go on too much. We'll end it there so you can watch it again and again. We'll be having short to the point tutorials in the tutorials tab. You see in the tutorials tab on the top, just like how we put here, short to the point stuff. These live streams are more to do Q&A, go into detail with case studies and stuff, which might need longer time than a 10-minute or 5-minute tutorial, That's why we do these. But in case you came in late or you don't prefer these longer format stuff, just go into the tutorials page. You'll see Animal Fantasy V3, watch this video. It'll explain to you what the feature does, and you're good to go. Okay, if that's something that you want, and you can do that afterwards as well, right? And of course, since this is in YouTube, you can watch it a number of times as well. Okay, so this is the basic idea. Okay, now the other thing is basically you have to understand is that as AI advancements get better and better, we are basically adding all these features in as well to make it better and better. Now, here's the basic idea that this I want to mention here. So you see this right here where the nails halfway through go to red. to solve this issue is exactly why I was trying to tell you. You want to make sure that for the AI to understand, right, you got to show the hands in the first frame itself, okay, in talking photos. So, for example, if I have two image options, so in this one case, I have like a eagle with two hands showing, or in one where I don't have, right? And you want the hands to show. Let's say, for example, the quality impact will matter based upon what you create. So framing matters is what I'm saying. So for example, because of in this particular example of this video, right? You see the fingers are showing clearly. You see the fingers part. If the fingers are half showing, right, where the details are not present, AI just imagines, right? So basically what this means, in other words, is to control the output in talking photos, you have to make sure that the image itself has all the features visible for that character to then animate and talk and stuff like that. Okay, especially for the talking aspect, which is even more important. You want to get as much details in of the photo as possible. And of course, with other aspects as well, we're going to improving those other aspects as well as we go along. Okay, just keep that in mind, because if you don't give the AI details and then say, okay, you make up the hands, you know, it's just going to think about a hand that might not be the kind of ones you like, right? So for example, same prompt, right? You see here, it has like very thin hands, right? Same prompt, a little bit of a hair on the hands and stuff. And then here, same prompt again, the hands have like a lot more waxy polished, you could say, for example. So really, those are based on prompting and understanding what I want and what type of hands I want or what type of limbs I want, right? Because in that case of this example here, which is what I want to mention, right? This one right here, you see, these are not hands, right? These are not human hands. These are limbs, right? This is like more so like limbs, right? So like if you see it. So here, the prompting said, I want limbs, not hands and fingers. I want limbs like a pig would have or an animal would have, like this, right? You see what I'm saying? And then I put wings in the prompt of the image itself. So understand, okay? So the control is in your hands, but with control comes a lot of flexibility. The flexibility comes where a user can put anything, right? People can put, let's say, you know, I don't know, a car, right? With no lips or anything. I mean, how does the AI understand where to make that talk, right? So just keep these little details in mind when you're creating this stuff. And of course, if you see anything off, let our support team know. We'll take a look deeper dive into it, because AI is so powerful, but at the same time, it is going to create all types of weird variations, right? You give the same prompt, and it'll generate two variations of the images. And you're like, why is that the case? Well, that's how AI does. And we're focusing on consistent character. This is the reason why Sid was mentioning earlier. Go to fantasy animal, you go here, right? You're going to choose previous character is one option. The other one is, you see where it says click, drag and drop and upload. This is the other consistent character stuff. You can upload a photo of the cartoon character or whatever you want to put in, and you can do so. And with the new update we're going to be making next, coming up in soon, next week or so, with allowing you to actually bring in other photos from Artistly and stuff like that, it'll be even more powerful in terms of adding the consistency, right? And choose from your library and put your images in and that sort of stuff as well as we go along. Yeah, Sid, you were going to say something? Oh, you're muted. I think you're muted. Yeah.
Mute myself. Okay, I was muted there. Okay, sounds good. I just wanted to answer some questions and so show some of the features in the app as well, right? So I'll just add my screen for 1 second. Yeah. So basically, like, you can give simple prompts like this. Like, people were asking, like, to create animal images, right? Do I need like any custom GPT, or do I need like any prompts, like detailed prompts or something like that, right? You don't need to do that. Like, literally inside Talking Photos, if you want to create an animal image, you can just come in and say lion wearing a t-shirt with hands pointing to the camera or something like that. A simple prompt, and I'll create something like this, right? So you can just say a lion or something like that, a tiger or whatever, and it will create a certain image. Now, you need custom prompting when you have something really specific, right? Let's say you want a background that's a jungle or something like that. In the background, you want like other animals or something like that, right? You want super detailed and specific instructions, then obviously you'll need a prompt that is more detailed, right? And about the nails, right? Like, let me show you just some examples right here. So let's look at this owl example right here, right? I'm just going to show it to you. Look at the fingers, right?
Greetings. I am Oliver the Owl. Wisdom is better when it speaks. With Talking Photos AI, any animal image can become a talking character. Upload a photo or create one from a prompt, then add speech using audio or text to speech. The result is natural lip sync, expressive movement, and multilingual voices. This is ideal for education.
If you look at that example right there, the nails remain black all along, right? This is what Paul was mentioning there. Like literally, if you see the first,
Greetings. I am Oliver the Owl. Wisdom is better when it speaks. With Talking Photos,
you have to make the pause visible in the first frame so that the AI can pick up on the nails as well, right? But obviously, like let's talk about it, right? AI is not perfect. Like literally, if you go to Sora, if you go to Google, test it out, right? Like create some videos. Like I've created it. I use AI apps on an everyday basis. Like I tried to create a video the other day on Sora. It took me like 5 different tries or 10 different tries to get the perfect video that I wanted, right? So what you need to understand right here is AI is here to speed up your workflow. Like what you could do before that took days, animators, hiring people from Fiverr or something like that to animate your videos and all that kind of stuff. Now, literally, you can come in and create talking videos, singing videos, dancing videos, and everything else within minutes, right? So AI is trying to simplify the work process for you so you can put your videos out there fast, effortless, right? So no AI app right now is perfect. Like we may think like, those higher paid apps are like, they're perfect, they give better, but everyone shows you the best examples, right? That's why we show you these webinars, because so we can create things right in front of your eyes. Sometimes there's bugs and so on that happens, so you can see right in front of your eye what mistakes are happening, what's the good things that are happening, what is the best workflow you need to follow and stuff like that. So no AI app out there is perfect, but what I want you to make note is put your work out there. Get your YouTube channel monetized. Put your content out there. Don't stress about like little things like here and there. AI will hallucinate a little bit, no matter what AI that is, right? So that's my message to everyone. Just put your content out there. Don't worry too much about like few minor things here and there, right? So that's the thing. So let's look at some other example as well, right? Like so most of the examples you see here, like they will come out well. If it doesn't come out well, the best part about talkingphotos.ai is like you can create another video, right? Change the image, recreate the video. So it's as simple as that. Like you change the prompt, instead of wearing a t-shirt, I say wear a suit or something. So wear a tuxedo or something like that. So it will create another image. And if I'm not satisfied with the hands, I can say like hands on the side or something like that, or 2 hands visible, 2 hands pointing to something, like one hand on the hip, one hand pointing to something else. So experiment with different types of hand placements, movements, colors, and stuff like that. So if you're having an issue with the nail polish or something like that, you can even say clear nail polish from the get-go. Try to have your character with like a certain a new nail polish or something like that, like where there's no nail polish on the fingers and stuff like that, so the AI doesn't hallucinate, right? So we are trying to give you the best apps possible at the cheapest price, but like sometimes AI has some limitations too, right? We'll try to make adjustments based on what you send us to our support email. Our team is constantly experimenting with like new AIs and stuff like that, but like sometimes some things, they take a little bit of time, or we try to resolve it, there's some other issue that pops up and stuff. But know that like you can create videos like the ones we just.
Hello. I am Felix the Fox. Clever ideas deserve a voice. With Talking Photos AI, any animal image can talk. Upload a
can create animal videos, fantasy characters.
Hey friend, Milkbox here. I know mornings can feel heavy. Too much.
So on, right? So now you know that you can do all that. And let me show you some more features inside talkingphotos.ai that I think you'll find interesting. So let's look at this merge video. Already we looked at, you can merge multiple videos that you have in your account and you can create those videos, right? Now let's look at the other tools here. Now there's resize video, Now, let's say you created like a video in 16:9 format, right? And you want to change it to 9:16. You can do that now. So let me just go into this account right here so I can show you some example. So resize video, I click on it. Let me select one example. Let's say this Apple video, right? So now it gives me all these sizes. So let's say you have a video in some size, but you want to resize it into a different size. Now let's pick this reel format, right? So I can come in here and I can move the video. Like literally I can move this to set my frame. I can minimize this to adjust the frame, whatever, right? So then I can go next and I can resize that 16:9 video into 9:16, right? So that's the beauty of it. Like we have everything in one place. So you don't really have to use CapCut. You don't even have to use like, these other applications out there to do all this resizing and everything else. So you can go in here, it will resize and, it has different features. You can add an image to the video. You can add text to the video. You see that? You can add text. You can set the color of the text as well. Like if I highlight the text right here, you can change the color of the text and so on. Okay, so you can experiment with it while I'm live here. So you can render the video in that size, right? So let me go back here. Okay, now that we have seen the different formats, so this is like, Facebook prefers the 1:1 format, right? Then TikTok and like, Instagram and so on, they prefer 9:16. So if you want to create a legit YouTube video, that is 16:9. So realistically, this tool gives you an option to select any video that you created inside the app and resize it within minutes, right? Without the need for any other apps. Okay, so that's one. So import from artistry, that's going to be added to that fantasy and animal characters very soon. But you have that feature, so you can bring in some images later on. That will be added next week and so on. Okay, so the subtitles. This is another important feature right here. So if I go to this Apple video right here, or any other video I can select, like it doesn't matter. Let me pick this one, a different one to show you the example. So here you can add subtitles and captions right within the app. Literally no need for any third-party application or anything like that, right? So that's the beauty of it. Like literally you can select the subtitles language and so on. You can select the fonts. You see how the fonts are changing right here? You can select the style, standard subtitle, word by word. Word by word means one word appears and the other word appears and the other word appears and so on. Animated style. You see there's a highlight on the subtitles and so on. So you can select the different color for the highlight and so on. So there's a lot of different options you can do, right? So right within the app, you can add subtitles to this video without needing any third-party app. So I literally don't know any app in the market that's under $100 that allows you to do all this, right? So we have taken customer feedback. The best part about our team is that we take customer feedback and we try to add new features that our customers are requesting, right? So even this object talk that we added was a customer's idea, right? So a customer sends us a request saying like these kind of videos are trending. Can you create something like this? Our team researched and went and within 1 month, we kind of brought this feature to you at no additional cost, right? So that's what we're trying to do here. So add watermark. This is another feature right here. So if I select this video right here, I go here, I can add a watermark that's an image or text. So I can upload an image right here and put that as a watermark. If you want to add a watermark to your video, you can select the positioning of the watermark and so on, and add the watermark to your video right there, right? So replace background. You can experiment with this one. This one is like, it's a specific use case for some advanced users. You can replace the background of this image right here. Instead of having a red color, you can change it into a green color. Let's say you want to take this apple into an editing app, right? So most people, what they use this feature for is to change it into a solid background. So let's say they want to take this and do some further editing inside, like, CapCut, Camtasia, or any other app. You can make this into a green background and render that video. You can take just the character into different things and you can edit it further. So if there's any editors or like advanced users here, they'll know how to use this feature, right? So this is some tool available within the app. Once again, no third-party apps required. Okay, so that's the beauty of that. All the videos you create can be accessed through that My Videos tab, right? So now with this objects, right, like literally we have to create a long length video. Now let's talk about this. So if I go to create video right here, fantasy characters, you see that with high quality, you can create up to 1 minute long per video. And with the normal quality, you can create up to 2 minutes video, right? But the best part is with the merger, like you can literally create multiple parts of that video and keep merging them together. You don't have to be worry about like, you're restricted to 1 minute and so on. And with Talking Photos, there's no credits, no monthly fees. So literally you can create, the amount of videos you want to create, right? So just like that, you can merge different videos and create a long length video, right? So that's the beauty of it. Everything you need to create viral videos is available inside Talking Photos without any monthly fees. And I want you to do some research, okay? So literally, I know, people will think like, there must be some other apps in the market available out there to do this kind of thing. I want you to go research today, literally test out some apps and come back to us. Like, I don't think there's any other app in the market at this price point to create these kind of things with all these features, right? Now, one other thing I wanted to touch on, which is a brand new feature. We did a specific webinar on this like a couple of weeks back, but like it's the dancing V3 feature. Now, this is something brand new that we just added to the app, and it's a really, really nice feature, right? So you can select the different dimensions right here. And the best part is you can go create a new character or use a previous character. Let's say I want to use one of these characters right here. Let me pick one. Okay, this looks good. Let me go there. So I can select from all of these dance moves right here. There are literally 40 different dance moves I can pick from. So if I go in here, there are different dance moves. And this dance move right here that I select is going to be transferred onto the character that we selected there in the previous step, right? So literally you can select these dance moves and you can create viral dance, AI dance videos, right? So that's the beauty of that. So realistically, now with Talking Photos, you can even create viral dancing videos with 3D characters or human characters. And with the singing V3 feature right here, you can come and you can create singing videos. And by the way, we did a dedicated webinar on this one as well. You'll find it in this YouTube channel right here. And here, the best part about this new update is now the AI character can play musical instruments like a guitar, a violin, or whatever the instrument is, right? Before it was not possible. Before the AI character literally, used to sing like this, right? Now they can hold a guitar and play the guitar or play the violin. And if you want more information about this, check out the live streams that we did on this YouTube channel. So you can get a dedicated webinar which we dedicated to just creating singing and dancing videos, right? We have a webinar for that. So check out those things. And the number one request also for us was like, can I create a video in my language? We keep getting this question all the time. Like, what if my language is not included in this text-to-speech option right here, right? Although we have tons of different languages, super realistic voices, like the examples we created, all with the voices we have, right? You even have CloneVoice integration where you can bring in those 700, 800,000 voices from there. You can bring in that. The best part is import audio, right? So if your language is not included in this part right here, you can realistically import your audio in any language and bring in your own audio clip. If your language is not included here, let's say your language is not included here, right? Like it's some different language there. You can just record your audio, or you can do the voiceover in some different app, import the audio right here. So if I import it, I can just upload my audio right here and it will be saved into your folder. You can select that audio right here. It's like so. And then it will use that audio as your voiceover, right? So that's the beauty of that. So literally, you can create videos in any language. You're not restricted to certain languages, right? So this was one of the questions we always keep getting, okay? So all of these features are available to you right now, okay? And then you can go ahead right now and create those animal and fantasy characters just like we showed here, okay? And make sure you use the doc in the description box to get the custom GPTs to create those object images, right? And the animal images you can create simply with a simple prompt, like a lion, a tiger, whatever you type into the prompt box, and you can create that no problem, okay? So here, I just said owl on a tree, right? It created an image of an owl right here. Okay. So it's as simple as that. You don't have to worry too much about like, I have to get the best prompt. I have to go to ChatGPT. I have to do that and this. Type a simple prompt and it will create that image. You see how high quality that image looks? It's like we have done some optimization in the background so that it creates images like this without a good prompt, right? If you go to any other app out there, you need a very, very, very detailed prompt. You need like 3D Pixar style, like this and that. You need to mention like blurred background, what is in the background. It needs to be a super long prompt, right? But here, you don't have to do all that. Owl on a tree, as simple as that. We have done the optimization for you. All our apps are designed like this, right? We look at the user as a newbie, right? We want you to have the ease of use to use our applications. We don't want you to go through like hoops to like, generate those images, worry about credits, worry about monthly costs and all that kind of stuff. So we do the optimization beforehand. So you can come put like simple prompts and create like super high quality images. And the best part about it, I can download this image. If I want to take this image into VideoExpress or some other app like that, you can download the image by clicking on this icon right here. Download the image and take it into VideoExpress, and you can make this owl fly, for example. In talking photos, you can only make it talk, right? Now you can upload it into VideoExpress and you can say, make this owl fly. It will make the owl fly, right? So make this owl like coo or something like that. VideoExpress can do that. So VideoExpress, that's why it goes beyond just talking. It can make scenes. It can make like, your characters do various things like running, jumping, you can prompt it to do anything and it's going to do that. So VideoExpress is a super powerful app, and you can obviously take the images from here and use it in VideoExpress as well to create those videos, right? So if you want to go beyond talking characters itself, okay? So that's what I wanted to mention. So Paul, anything else you want to add there?
Sure. Yes, so just one important thing I want to add, folks, is about this question like this one. So how do I add the voices from CloneVoice into Talking Photos? So there's a tutorial of it in the tutorial section of Talking Photos, which says CloneVoice and Talking Photos integration. To simplify this, every single account will have a profile section. So you're going to go into the profile section of, in this particular case, CloneVoice, copy the API key, paste it into the section of, in this case, Talking Photos, right? Pretty straightforward. There's a tutorial in the tutorials tab. So you can go to the tutorials tab, you'll see there as well, where specifically we talked about how the integration works with CloneVoice in particular. So there's a section in the bottom. So basically this will allow you to work with it and do that integration straight up. Okay. So very easy, doesn't take much. And the way you have to understand these integrations, right? There you go. They're right there, right there. Above. Just go up a bit. It was right there. Yeah. So just before that, that section. So actually, let me share my screen if that's easier. Yeah. So it should be right there underneath it where you'll see CloneVoice. You can control F and search for it as well, just before the resize video. Yeah, right there. So yeah, that video will explain to you exactly how to do it. Just understand, right? Logically, they all will make sense. So you have talking photos, music, let's say speech, the text-to-speech voices, the public library voices. Those will come natively into Talking Photos because you want the voices to create the video, right? Same thing with music and stuff like that. So that integration will work hand in hand together. Secondly, in the case of Artistly, the integration is going to be coming soon. So that one basically is where Artistly's images can be brought in and made talk, right? You can make it talk, do whatever. And Talking Photos, that's the other integration. So what we've done in terms of these integrations is, for example, everybody wants to take an artistry image and make it talk or create a talking video, singing video, whatever, right? Everybody wants to basically get clone voice, voices, text-to-speech technology, and also music and stuff like that into talking photos to have the video created out of it. But the other way around doesn't make any sense. What are you going to do with the video and bringing it into clone voice, right? So the integration works basically intuitively, right? Making it easy for you to understand the outcome, right? That's why we do these training videos as well, to simplify this stuff, all right? So yeah, to simplify this, watch that tutorial right there. That will answer the question. Very easy. You may need to watch it only once. Pause the video while you're watching, go do that step. Copy and paste the API keys, basic stuff, all right? So nothing really fancy there. Easy for you to implement and get up and running, okay? So hope that answered that question. Now, the other questions that came in, which I kind of asked, was a prompt document. So where's this prompt document? Are you putting it in the description of the video, or are we suggesting
It's
them to?
already in the description. So if you go into the description box of the video down below, you'll find the doc right there. So all the custom
On this
GPTs
video.
are,
Okay, see the description box in this YouTube video. You'll see that Google Doc with the prompt document, give you some ideas and stuff like that, okay, to answer that question. And then, of course, for those who haven't already, make sure you join our Facebook group as well. You'll see our Facebook group. I'll put that up, the link up here. That's where everybody is basically communicating with each other and stuff like that. You see that group right there? That's the link if you haven't already joined. Everybody's helping each other out. And you know, the cool thing with this group is people go beyond what we teach in these tutorials as well. So that's the beauty here. I mean, oftentimes, you know, we build the application with the flexibility of the community building on top, requesting features on top and stuff like that, right? Oftentimes what we end up noticing is people are using it way beyond our own imagination. So you'll get the ideas here based on how people, you know, there were a lot of questions on like, hey, how do I get, you know, views from my YouTube channel? How do, like, if I want to create a shorts channel or education channel, what are the best? Ask the community. The community will be happy to assist you on these things as well, because there are people with real YouTube channels, people with real TikTok channels, there are people really using this stuff to market their products, their services and stuff, to generate leads or sales or build a brand. So always good to have a community. Right now we have, I think, what is it, like 81,000 some people in the community here already. And there's another group for artists. That one has another 12, 13. So almost 100,000 some people around our communities right now helping each other out. So pretty good way for you to leverage the community to take assistance and communicate and stuff like that. Our team do monitor these every single day. So we're taking feedback, not just this YouTube as well, where you're seeing comments posted and stuff, and we're noting down feedback from based on your questions. We not only go that, and we also check the group oftentimes and make sure that we're implementing the features. See what's happening with the AI space, right? You see here, Brendan just posted this video right here. It's not just about like, oh, you know, there's a roadmap and it's going to happen 5 months from now or whatever. Many times, you know, updates are happening every week, right? Every few days even. Even the stocking photos, we're going to do another update next week. Okay. So that's the point I'm saying. The pace of updates is so fast that it can get overwhelming for every one of you. So just see what the community is doing, right? And it'll help you get some ease where you don't have to use all the 10 features. You use the 2 or 3 that make sense for you today. Then you can jump in and, you know, use the other features as time goes on, right? So that's the basic idea here. Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, so if you look at the video right here, right, it's like a complete storyline. Like, you know how the scenes change. Like if somebody looks at this video right here, they'll think it's like a professional recording, right? If you see the customer, he says what apps he used to create this video. So it just opens up your mind to new possibilities, right? When you look at like other people, what they're creating, like in VideoExpress, you can create these kind of scenes. You see how I'm saying? In VideoExpress, it can go beyond just talking. You can like make the characters walk. You can make the characters do things, right? Like read a letter, open a door, like, you know, sleep, read a book or whatever, like open a door, look at here. So you can prompt it to do different actions. So this is what the power of VideoExpress is. Like a lot of people keep asking me, what's the difference between VideoExpress and talking photos? This is what VideoExpress does. It can create various different scenes. So you can create professional videos, right? And one other thing I told you is that singing feature, right? Where the AI can play musical instruments. Like, let me show you one example of that right here. You see how This is an AI generated character. It's created in talkingphotos.ai using this feature right here, right? Create video, singing. And you see how normal, there's a guitar right here. You can use this feature right now to create a video like this. Give it a song and the AI will automatically play an instrument and lip sync the song as well. Before, this was not possible. It just got possible like recently, right? So you can realistically create, see how realistic that video looks. It actually looks like a real person playing a guitar, right? So you can see all the examples of customers, right? When we show examples on the webinar, some people are skeptical, right? Makes sense because there's so many bad apps in the market. People just launch apps without proper testing or whatever. But you see, like, customers are actually creating beautiful videos right in our Facebook group, and many of the customers also share their YouTube links, right? So one thing I would recommend is, if you created a video with one of our applications, right? Share your YouTube URL in our Facebook group. So sometimes, what happens when people click on it and start watching your video, YouTube will recommend your video to similar audience, right? So it's a good way to give your YouTube video a kickstart. See, there's another video right here, YouTube video. So it gives a video a kickstart, so you can create, you can get a boost for your views inside YouTube, right? So that initial push, when you get 30, 40, 50 views from our group right here, YouTube will push your video to more people, right? And many people have also posted, like I've shown examples in the previous webinar, where people have monetized their YouTube channels. Like, people have posted proof of monetizing their YouTube channels. And in the previous webinar last week as well, you can watch that again in this YouTube channel. We showed how people have published their books on Amazon, the books that they have created with Artistly, and already started making sales and profit, right? So you can check out the previous webinar to see how people are publishing books to Amazon and already making money with that. So there's so many different inspiration examples that you can follow in our Facebook group, right? So this is a perfect example of a dance video that I was showing. Look at this, right? So there's various different examples in our Facebook group. So this person used this feature right here, the dance V3 feature. You see, you can select the option, create a character, and then choose a motion. So it will dance. The image will dance. Imagine that. You can make images dance now. So this was an image generated and it's dancing right now. So there's multiple different examples like that in our Facebook group. This was created in VideoExpress.ai. You see the scene right here. So there's so many different possibilities with AI where you can create complete professional videos right now with AI. So what I recommend, after this call, go into our YouTube channel and check out all the live webinars we did right recently in the last 2-3 weeks. You'll get a lot of good ideas. We shared how you can make money with AI, how you can make money with AI published books, how you can create dancing and singing videos to monetize your YouTube channels. And in this webinar, we covered how you can create animal and object videos, right? So we do this on an weekly basis. So next Friday, we're going to have another amazing training session. So make sure you mark down. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, by the way, subscribe to it, because when we do a live training webinar or post a video, you're going to get that notification, right? So make sure you subscribe to this channel as well. So I'd like to leave it right here. So make sure you check out all the examples of customers in our YouTube, in our Facebook group, so you can see all the possibilities that you can do with our apps, right? So thank you so much for joining us today. I think it's just close to 2 hours right now. So everybody who stayed with us, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed what we had to cover today.
Take care, folks.